What's going on? This is a fantastic opportunity to talk about FOMO. This is probably one of the things that plagues most traders, whether you're brand new, whether you've been doing this for a couple years, or whether you're a 10-year plus vet doing this. FOMO, fear of missing out, is something that gets all of us at some point in time. It's a very, very difficult thing to deal with if you've only been through it once or twice and have seen the move that you've missed. So what I want to do is I actually want to walk you through DWAC, and I want to start off by saying I was looking at this as a trade. I indicated to my community that at a certain level I was going to get long this stock. My attention span then expired. I was watching another trade that I'm in, that I'm still active in, and then came back to this and saw that it had moved a bunch. Once it had moved, I started to look at the idea that, okay, I just missed out of a big move. And at that point in time, we were only talking about this leg up. There was no pullback. And the one thing that I said to myself is that, okay, so I've missed the primary move. As a trader, I see the importance of getting into that primary move. If you're curious what a primary move is, I mean, very simply, there's the gap pullback, and the primary move starts right about here at this breakout right through here. There's an ascending triangle pattern that is printing right off of the VWAP, and this is where price action starts its initial move. It breaks out, it pulls back, it consolidates not only off of that resistance level now being support, but it also transitions right off of the VWAP. This is the area where the actual move starts. This is where you want to be getting into your trades. This is where you want to be getting in, you want to be aggressive, and you want to manage your risk. Now, for me as a trader, if I completely miss this entry right through here, I refuse to get in. I refuse to even get in on this pullback. And I know there's some traders that are going to say, well, this is a great pullback too because there's confirmation on a move and a leg up. Yeah, I'm not going to dispute that, but that's just not how I get down. So this is not where I would get in. And also too, from my perspective, it's a little bit high off of the VWAP, which suggests to me that there could be some risk of price action rallying and then fading back into the VWAP, stopping me out, right? So initial move starts right down through here. Everything that I need to see pattern-wise was there. The holistic pattern was showing up, okay? Different than price action pattern. And with that said, I said this is going to be the level that I get in. I talked about it. I put up my profit target taking levels, and then I went on to do something else, and this thing rallied. And it rallied hard. And it rallied from $13 or so, about 14 bucks, let's say, and now it's rallying into that $30 range. As you can see, the market's open, it's live, it's still moving. This is currently up 200%. Now, I've seen enough of these movers to know that I missed this one, clearly, hence the video, but I also know that this is not going to be the last 200 ripper that I see. And so there is no value. And this is what the real crux of this video is about. There is no value in getting into this headspace of I missed, I got to get in. People are making money. Now I got to chase. You're only setting yourself up for disaster. Please listen to the message. If you miss the best opportunity to get into one of these trades, then take a step back and wait for the next trade. It's important that you learn patience. It's important that you understand that the second you have that feeling of FOMO, fear of missing out, that is the red flag that you need to see to take a step back out of the market. So for me personally, I was looking at DWAC after the first move had committed right through here, and I thought to myself, shit, I missed it. That's a real piss off because this long trade is doing exponentially better than the multi-day short trade that I'm in, which by the way is doing very well, but this is doing way better. And so what happened was I looked at this, and the first thing I thought to myself was, I'm getting in. And so the second I had that split-second conversation, or I made that statement to myself that I'm going to get in, the next thing I did was I said to everybody, I missed this. I have to shut it down now. I shut my computer down, and I took about an hour, and I went and did something else. And the reason being is because that hour of doing something else could have potentially saved me a shit ton of FOMO capital. FOMO capital being fear of missing out, so I'm just gonna dump money in and I'm gonna run after this thing. My headspace is gonna be all over the place. It still happens to me. I've been doing this for about 8.5, 9 years. Okay, so when you find a stock that you want to get long or short, whether it's up with options or common stock or whatever, whether it's crypto, whether it's currency trading, commodities, whatever, you're going to have a very specific place where you employ your trading edge. And the thing to remember is that if you miss one step, you've instantaneously reduced the probability levels of that trade working out for you. So if you've done that, there needs to be enough discipline in you as a trader to take a step back and to understand that you got to wait patiently for the next move, because the next move will come. There will be another trade that will pop 200%. We've been seeing these like clockwork for years, and they were here before I started trading, and they will be here when I retire from trading. So this type of volatile play doesn't stop. They're always presenting themselves, but the real thing that I'm trying to communicate here is that if you sit down and you plan out your trade and you're planning to get into a position and for whatever reason you missed even one step and the trade goes from being perfect to then take a walk. Save your money, save your capital, save your mental capital and your emotional capital, and just hang back and wait for the next opportunity, please. It's imperative. The traders that can muster up that type of discipline will survive long term. But the traders that think, oh my God, I can't miss this 200% move, they're the ones that are not going to be around for the next 200% move, or the next 100% move, or the next 50% move. But they just won't be around. So please make a note here that if you've got something that you're looking at and everything is lining up and you're right at the position where you can apply your edge to profit from this opportunity, but you miss one thing, you need to learn how to take a step back and just be like, okay, no big deal. The second that FOMO crosses your mental tape, as in your headspace, you need to be able to recognize that and step back. I did it today. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. As a trader, I'm fine to walk away from these things because I know how frequently movers like this present themselves. As a trader, I'm okay with that. As a human, I'm fucking pissed. That's the bottom line. I mean, there was a lot of potential capital to be made today. This is up 19.5 points. Even if you grabbed half of that move, you would be making it rain all weekend. That's the human side of me. Okay, I'm a little bit emotional on the human side, but I'm a trader first and foremost, so I have to take a step back, be a little bit more calm about things and calculated about missed opportunities, and understand that if I try and chase this thing, it could inevitably cost me a lot more than I stand to make if I trade from an emotional position where I have the fear of missing out. So I hope this video lesson helps. This is an important one. If there's a way for you to save this video and maybe review it from time to time, you probably should. Maybe watch this a couple times. The big thing to take away from this is that there's a very, very, very specific point in time where you can get into these trades where they will work out for you. And if you miss it, you just need to walk away. And when you see yourself feeling like, oh man, I just missed that trade, that has to be your red flag that you wave, that you recognize, and it enables you to take a step back from getting into the position. So I hope some of that helped. Julian at jlewistrading.com if you have any questions. Fear of missing out, FOMO, it kills a lot of traders. Don't fall victim to it because it's total bullshit and you're in control of it. So don't let your emotions get you when you're trading. Trade from a completely unbiased, unemotional position and you'll do a lot better than the people that are freaking out all over the place. Hope that helps.